What is up, everyone? Today we've got a banger from a Homestead Journey. This is the real reason so many Americans are giving up. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Wrong video. Wrong hotkey, sorry. There we go. Alrighty guys, here we go. What the hell? Hold on, it's doing something again. Oh, it's claiming the recording isn't. This thing is stupid. I hate it when my computer does this crap. There we go. Valid questions. We're not. Most of us can't even get our own place. He's right. Yeah, $80 for 10 items is ridiculous. $80. And the fact that you get wiped clean with everything you have when you get paid and you're making $100,000 a year, you know it's bad. When it's taking $100,000 just for you to pay off what you need, just for you to pay off all your bills. People can't live anymore. Yeah, look at that. And there's another problem. No matter how hard you work, no matter how well you do with your resumes and stuff like that, you never hear back from most employers. The job market's gone downhill too. Because the rich and powerful want to keep us down. They make it harder for us to get jobs. They increase their prices, everything. Agreed. Yeah. No, they have not. Yep. It really is. And sorry about the noise you're hearing, guys. That's the neighbors upstairs. The walls aren't very thick here. They're very thin. Yeah. Yep. Though I can point out, not all fast food places are. I currently work for one, and I'm not even getting $15 an hour. I'm getting $14.50 an hour. See that? Even parents are having to sacrifice their own health for their kids. It's ridiculous. This country is not the great country it used to be. America is now a laughingstock. Yeah, another thing. People can barely afford their proteins. Well, unfortunately, that's the only way to make a living anymore. That's the only way to afford a home anymore. Let's see what $20 an hour gets you yearly. And yes, my phone's pretty messed up, guys. I dropped it while at work one day. And this is what happened. So that's for 1 week. 1 week at 40 hours at $20 an hour. For bi-weekly, $1,600. Most places cost about $1,300 to $1,500 a month just in rent. Then you've got electric bills and stuff like that. So you're literally you're in a lot of debt. You're barely scraping by. That's monthly, $3,200 a month. At that point, $38,400. And most people the people that are making $100,000 a year are barely getting by. This should tell you something about the state of our economy. And it's not because of the government. No. It's because of corporate greed. Another thing I agree with. Just to get by. Even with roommates, you literally need a side hustle or a second job. Me? Let's just say this. I'm going to be doing DoorDash for a long... As soon as I get my new bike over here fixed. The back tire popped, for those of you who want to know, so I just need that replaced. I'm going to be using that to do a ton of DoorDash, even in the summertime, where the heat is actually extremely dangerous for me. Yeah, that's another thing. They're now trying to tell us to live frugally, skip out of the non-essentials, but small problem. Internet's technically non-essential, but that's how people are getting by. Cell phones are technically what people would consider non-essential, but cell phones that's how we get our jobs. That's how we do most of our side hustles, through internet and cell service. That's the problem. We cannot live without these things anymore. And they still consider it non-essential. Answer to that question, we don't. We're stuck working just to make ends meet. 7 days a week. Yeah, it happens to me all the time. To this day. What happens is you end up feeling like crap. And it drives you crazy not being able to do anything. Yeah, what's $1,200 in groceries now used to be about $372 in groceries. I know because I used to live in a foster home. Every month, $372 was spent on groceries. He bought in bulk because it was more cost effective. And yeah, he was doing very well for himself. And to take care of his son. He was doing well for himself. He was making good money. He was able to afford a really, really nice and spacious house when he moved. See? It started during COVID. Prices started rising rapidly. You see that, guys? She barely got anything and spent $121. That's ridiculous. For Tyson chicken patties, that'll only last you, what, maybe a week and a half? And look at the taquitos. What is meant to be a cheap, affordable snack food. $12.28. And I don't know where this is, but that is ridiculous. Let's see how much it costs at the Walmart near me. I have the app here, guys, and I've set the Walmart near me as the default store. Okay. Well. Looky here. For a large pack, $12.28 for 30 of them, or 15 at $6.48. That is ridiculous. You used to be able to get stuff like this for $3 or $4. I mean, come on. What the hell happened? What the hell got these corporations, told these corporations, let's raise our prices to unaffordable levels? Oh my God. Eggs. Almost over $20 freaking for eggs. I mean, come on. Seriously? Let's see, at Walmart. $6.54 for 12. Now, Egglands is actually the most affordable option around here. And then there's the Great Value large white eggs. Those are actually, that's the most affordable. So again, guys, I would recommend going for Walmart's Great Value brand, because that is the only way you're going to be able to afford much of anything these days. And the best way to get enough to last you at least a month or two, the Great Value large white eggs, 60 count for $9.56. You get it from any other brand, you're looking at almost $30-$40. $9.92 for frozen pizza. Whereas you can get it cooked for what, $12, $13 from places like Pizza Hut? How exactly is that worth it? For junk food, that is ridiculous. That didn't sound like a joke, and from what I saw on his face, he was dead serious. Dead serious. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah. Don't go for the Kroger brand stuff, guys, if you want to buy cheap, because Kroger is not cheap. I mean, a bag of chips at Kroger is almost $6 freaking dollars. And that's just for a bag of Ruffles. Whereas at Walmart, it's actually just under $5. And that's before tax. After tax, you're looking at about $5 and some change. Walmart is significantly cheaper than Kroger. So stop going with Kroger. $10 worth of groceries, just bread and eggs. Good luck surviving off of that. See that? This is why crime rates are going up instead of down. It's not just the political parties. It's also it's also because of corporations raising their prices. And we don't know why. I want you to see this clip. See that? Yeah, 1995, you could get a house for 80 grand. Nowadays, I want you to listen to this. And then you add the 3 zeros after those numbers. After both of those numbers, that should tell you. Yep. And now I understand why Gen Z and why so few people want to work anymore. It just isn't worth it. Now the women, there are women that don't think, there are women that choose to, instead of work, leech off of others. Those are lazy people. People who don't even try. I've been trying since I was 19 years old to get by. 19, guys, and I have nothing to show for it. And there's two reasons for that. Finances and what people like me are calling hoflation. A lot of women, there aren't enough women out there that us men can trust anymore. Yes, there are women out there we can trust. It's just not enough of them. It's ridiculous. Yep. Yeah. Let's see here. Because there's no way anyone can survive off of that. I guarantee it. $38,400 off of $20 an hour, guys. Remember that. So 1256, 57 times 12. That's what used to be the minimum we could survive off of. Used to be. That was back in 2015. Now, you'd be lucky to be able to survive anything under 25,000. Oh yeah, that's pre-tax too. Oop, wrong. I made the wrong move there. And after tax, $13,269.38 a year. You're basically making $13,200 a year. No way to survive off of that. A third of them, most of us are living paycheck to paycheck. But yeah, I hope this guys gets you an idea of what's going on out there. Why so many people have chosen to just give up. Hold on, this thing's being stupid again. I hope you guys now understand what's going on with the economy now, what's going on with prices everywhere, and why I'm still having to live with roommates. Why instead of trying to buy a house or go straight to an apartment, I'm going to be doing an off-grid setup first. I'm going to find somewhere. I'm going to see if I can find someone I can trust that lives in the area. And another thing, Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger. She won the election recently. She wants to address things by raising the state minimum wage, which I don't think is going to help. I'm pretty sure that's just going to convince companies to raise their prices even more. And addressing Virginia's education system. But the last time Democrats interfered with our education system, it went way downhill. And Abigail Spanberger is a Democrat. I hope you guys understand what's really going on out there. It's not our government that's doing this. It's not our government that's really responsible for the increased cost of living. It's the corporations. It's the CEOs. It's the realtors, dealerships. A lot of people are choosing to live in storage units. And what are the storage facilities doing? They're not understanding. I can tell you that. They're kicking them out, claiming it's illegal. Let's see here. Yeah, legal systems also says this. Legal system fails to understand. Goes, no occupant shall use a self-service storage facility for residential purposes. HTTPS, lawlistvirginia.gov. And .gov is what tells you this is official. And the punishment, evicting you right away, losing access to your belongings, and legal action. Sometimes they'll even call local authorities if they find children or even vulnerable adults. Well, here's the thing. It's not the system is just, this current system is not sustainable anymore. It just isn't. This is an unsustainable way to live. What this country is doing. People can't afford come on, you can't even get a used car for less than $5,000 anymore. A $500 car is now going for over $6,000 at dealerships. I could find cars in just as good a condition on Facebook Marketplace for less than $5,000. Alrighty. Alright, I got a message about my bike. Yeah. It's about a bike I found. I may end up selling the one I have. Because honestly, I'm not sure I can, because another thing I need to do, I need the tools to undo that back tire. And I don't think I have it. I may just end up, you know what, I'll just go ahead and get a new bike. Screw it. Less than what I paid for that thing. And I'll probably sell that thing for about $80. Which means I will have basically lost money on it. But that's another thing. Quality on stuff has gone downhill. People can't even afford to replace the tires on their bikes. Now, I'm going to meet this guy on Tuesday. He applied at 7:48 this morning. Wow. While I was asleep. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what I mean about finding cars for much lower costs online. Look at this. This car, you'd be lucky to get it for less than $7,000. Look what this guy's asking. $850. Whereas at dealerships, with the same problems this one's having, worn brakes, exhaust leak. Even dealerships will charge you over $6,000 for that. Maybe even $7,000. This guy's asking $850. $1995 Toyota Corollas, and yeah, people are overcharging for that on here, but look what I found. I found one for just under $2,000. $234,000 miles. Brand new state inspection, running and driving. Yeah. Oh, this is at a private dealership. No wonder. In somewhere around Portsmouth or Norfolk. Too far for me to go because I live in Richmond. This one I'm not surprised about. A car in Alexandria, Virginia. City I grew up in. And this thing's been modified. No wonder it's so expensive. This guy's asking $4,800 though. It ain't worth that much. And this is a private seller, so. And now private dealership, I meant small business dealership. That is a better deal, by far. And the guy's driving it around his yard just to show it works just right, works just fine. This is in Danville. Ooh. Shouldn't sound quite like that. The windows don't work. Okay. Oh, no wonder. He's basically saying the battery needs a jump just so you can start the car. It's not the battery if that's the case. That's the alternator. The driver's side door doesn't open, so that's gonna have to be fixed. Yeah, that's... Wow. I'm not buying that. Nope. Alrighty, let's see about this one. Ah. Look at that. All the affordable options are either junk cars that don't work or cars with issues that need to be taken care of. And you'll end up putting in the amount of money you'd expect from a dealership. People think cars are worth this money just because dealerships put it there. They're not. That's another thing. People can't even afford cars that way. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at how ugly that is. 2000 Toyota Corolla S Plus sedan. $2,000, and look at that. It looks like crap. Just more examples of how bad our economy is. But anyways, I hope you guys understand why. I hope you guys found this informative. I hope you now understand why things are the way they are right now. I'll see you guys next. No, right. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go here. If you found this informative, go ahead and let me know in the chat, the comments. Go ahead and like this video, and I'll see you next video.